Jamie, answer me this. Rory is possibly one of the best drivers in the world. Why is he trying to find an extra 15, 20 yards when I don't think he needs to?
I don't know. I'm speechless. Yeah. It's just, we do some stupid things in life as sportsmen, and we're trying to find the next answer and the next this and the next that. It's just ludicrous for me, for Rory to try and up his speed, because the one thing that's missing from Rory's game is control with the short irons, especially the wedge. You don't get that through speed. In fact, that's going to cause far more dispersion, far less control, and it just doesn't make sense. I understand. Bryson's got them all at it, hasn't he? He's got them all at it. Even Rory, as great as Rory is, he drives the ball 320. I just don't get it. His hips work really fast anyway, which for a wedge player gets you slightly out of sync. With the driver, you can get away with it a bit. But to improve his speed, I mean, I read last year, Rory, and when Woods was on his form, were about 120 miles an hour with the driver off the tee, which is amazing. The average Tour Pro is about 114, 115. DeChambeau can get it up to 137 with the driver, everybody. It's ridiculous. I mean, I've got these speed sticks, okay? I've got them here. I've been using them, right? This is what they all use. You've got a light one, a medium one, and one that's heavier than your driver. And you do these sort of speed tests with it. I mean, listen, I do probably a half of what these guys do, not even that. And it has helped my driving. It really has. But you can get obsessed with it. You really can. If I get it to about anything over 100 for is good for any good golfer. It's very good. We're talking the upper echelons of these 120, 130 mark. Honestly, I don't know how you control it. And Rory's made a mistake there. But good on him for coming out in the press and saying, I think I made a mistake here.
I'm interested in, does Rory just think, I'll get some of these speed sticks and have a thrash and try and get another 5 miles an hour? Or does he sit down? He must have a team. Does he sit down with Team McIlroy and say, listen, fellas, Bryson's shaking it up. I saw what he did at the US Open. I really feel that another 5 miles an hour clubhead speed is going to help me get even better. What do you think? So I'm wondering, does he have that conversation with anybody, or does Rory just go, I'll get some speed sticks and start slashing away in the back garden with them?
Well, the other thing, Rob, is Bryson's built his body to cope with this speed. You've got to be really careful with your back. I can attest to that.
Sure.
How fast and how hard you go at it. Bryson's built his body for this. Plus, he's got a totally different swing to Rory. It's very mechanical, very wooden. There's very little lag with the swing. It's almost straight up and straight down, and it's totally different to Rory's swing. So, listen,
he's got a lot of lag. He said he's got a lot of lag.
He's 3 miles an hour. Rory's gained, and lost a lot of the rest of his game. Lost his iron play.
Rory's wedge is 150 yards. So from 50 to 150 yards, he's essentially using a wedge. So there's always going to be feel involved. Very rare inside 150 is he going to have just a flat out shot. So time spent trying to pare down your swing to hit a certain yardage for Rory, I think would just be a massive golden egg for him. I really do. He may do that, I don't know. But, if he was a Justin Thomas with his wedges, no one would get close to him.
Rob, I think I've asked Jamie this before, but if you were starting out now on tour, would you go down the Bryson route of what he's trying, or would you go something a little less severe?
Well, and I've been asked by parents that have young kids that are really keen on golf, and what advice would you give me? And my advice is always the same: get him to hit it as hard as he can. Just smash it as hard as he can from a young age. Get used to that's. Justin Thomas was doing that even when he was, he's slightly built now. He was even tinier when he was sort of 12, 13, and he just gave it a rip. And if you're a youngster, get out there and thrash it. You can kind of build in the mechanics and improve your action to get more consistent later on. But it's very hard to find speed unless you do what Bryson's done, and it's like a complete body rebuild. Not many people are willing to do that.
The one thing that Rory said there, which really resonates with me, because I followed DeChambeau on course a few times. He was in Dubai, rough was up, fifth hole. He was way down the right-hand side, got to go over the water. 183 had to the flag, 155, Rob, over the water. Now, I'm telling you now, I would have struggled to make the water. So I'm calling the shot. I'm thinking, I can't. I was sort of, is he going to go for this or not? He pitched it middle of the green and stuck it. It was that opened my eyes. We're used to seeing the brilliance and the excellence all the time, but when you see stuff like that, you go, wow, that's different. And that's what Rory was alluding to there in his comments, the power that gives him out the rough. It was quite sensational.